Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. We're going to try to do the Breach expedition live. I know it's my second live in the same day. It's the first time that this has happened. I'm really excited that I have this rare opportunity. Usually I don't stream much, but I'm really happy to have you with me. I can't promise you this will be as good as other creators. It's going to be just my way. Anyways, those of you who were here in the previous stream know that I did not have a free game slot. Now I do. I actually gave up one of my save files. Before we start, and this time I'm going to start it as a new game, not from the Expedition Terminal. It's going to be a little bit slow going because I know there are a lot of relatively new players, and I'm going to try and explain a lot of things as we go along. So I don't think I'll finish this expedition in one sitting. Probably have about an hour or so. Before we continue, I really do want to give a huge thanks to all of my supporters, starting with my channel members, going with the Discord server staff and Discord volunteers. Thank you guys very much. One of them is with us here today. Teru278 is on the stream. I can see him. And yeah, let's go. All right. So basically, what is an expedition? It's a, let's say, an organized set of tasks that you need to do. We'll see it in a moment, but generally, it's like a story. One of the things that people really often complain about in No Man's Sky is the lack of story, the lack of kind of a progression mechanism. Let me remove my face here because you don't really need it. You've seen it before. There. Okay, so if you're starting a new game, and the reason to start a new game is the fact that maybe you don't have that much of experience, you want to do things, clean. There are good reasons to do that. Okay, Expedition 20, Breach. Sail through the stars, confronting both the awe and the horror that lurks in deep space. Here we go. While the game is loading, I'd like to remind everyone that we have a Corvette building competition. The Corvette building competition is open to both to players who build Corvettes normally, like in vanilla building, that is with no glitch, and to those who build with. There are specific categories. It's open for both people who are only on YouTube and do not use Discord, and also to those people who are on Discord. Okay, initialize expedition. The same way as you probably started your first game, it asks you to begin initialization. This time it asks initialize expedition.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
As always, we get this initialization start.
Activated. Shield kinetic system online.
Yes, Teru, you're right. A lot of people are complaining about the fact that Xbox update is not yet out. I also play the Xbox version through the Xbox app, through Game Pass, on my PC. And I'd like to see that.
Jetpack online.
I also want to see that there. Ooh, nice colors on this planet.
And mining laser attachment operational.
All right.
User initialization sequence complete.
Hey! What do you know? It made me a Gek. Yeah. When you start an expedition in this way, as a new game, it picks a random appearance and everything. Okay, new mission on the top left. Crew, awaken, locate your starship. And we have some explanation on the right. Community expeditions. Okay, basically what we have is if I press escape on PC, we have these things that you know from your game, but there's also an expedition tab. And this highlights all of the various milestones that you need to accomplish in order to complete the expedition. I don't want to jinx myself here, but normally there's no problem to do these in any order you like. And this is something that we always look at. We're looking at the various milestones, okay, to complete the first phase, and then the milestones to complete the second phase. But you can do the milestones for the second phase whenever you want. Um, all right, Teru, you have to run. That's fine. Thanks for joining for the beginning. And notice here we have this milestone. It's not telling us what it is, okay? They probably don't want us to know until we get here to the second rendezvous. All right? The first phase ends with reaching some rendezvous. But let's see. So the first milestone is locate your ship, and the reward is a prepackaged personal refiner unit and 3 Starship launch fuel units. Okay. All right. What have we got? So the ship is over there. Do we have a scanner? We do. How far is the ship? 300U? 303U away? All right. Okay, we can start earning some units by scanning stuff.
Units received.
But one of the first things that you'll notice is that you have your exosuit. There are 2 supercharged slots open. And at the beginning of an expedition, or beginning of a new game, one thing that you really want to do is to, take your jetpack. Okay, we'll use the key to move technology and put the jetpack and its upgrade in the supercharged slots to get you to move faster. Okay, now we have some shielding ability. If we want to install it, we're going to need sodium nitrate and antimatter, which we don't have yet. And if we wanted to install the oxygen recycler, we're going to need some oxygen. All right, let's walk towards our ship and see what we can do. Well, we can run the scanner. It'll tell us about various things in the general direction. Oh, I see some O2 over there. Okay, so I'm running, and notice the on the bottom right we have the let's say the stamina thingy. Okay, as I'm running, it's going down. Okay, and if you let it deplete completely, it'll take a lot longer to recharge. Oh, some fauna. I'm too close to that plant. But the nice thing about these is that these guys are flyers. We can actually use them. Okay. And we're probably going to need some carbon. All right, hang on. I personally don't like playing in first player first player mode, so I'm going to go and set that. I usually use 8 for that, so here we go.
Units received.
Hey, look, there's a crashed freighter up in the air over there, in space, not very far. And we're going to need some carbon. We're going to need some other materials for sure. Let's mine them on the way. Let's run the scanner again. Yeah, I don't see any more oxygen. Oh, but there's... Where was that? So there's condensed carbon here, which is always useful. Yeah, some dihydrogen crystals. More carbon. But where was that? Okay, so we have O2 over there. Ship is over there. Let's go for the O2 because I do want that oxygen recycler. Right, let's go. One of the nice things you can do is once you've started running. Wait. Now that one was kind of embedded in the ground somehow. Okay, here's another nice thing. Okay, these plants, yeah, you can harvest them for oxygen, right? When you look at it, it says hazardous flora. I just put out a video about hazardous flora. These ones, the bloated gas ones, these ones are pretty nice because one of the things that you can do is you can reach close to them. You don't need to go very close. Gassy pod and move away. Let it explode for a second. Now that it exploded, you can come here and get the other gassy pod. Move away again. All right. Take the third one. And now you can shoot it for even more oxygen. There. All right, let's see if we have enough to do to put the oxygen recycler. Yeah, we do. Let's install it. That's good. Now let's look at the multi-tool. By the way, okay, there is one supercharged slot in a C-class multi-tool, but it isn't exposed yet. We haven't opened that slot yet, so this is what we have. What we can do, however, this is a bolt caster upgrade. You can move the bolt caster to work together, and now you see that line encircling both of these slots. That means that this is called adjacency bonuses. Okay, that means that each one of these gets a little bit extra. Okay. Okay, not much we can do here. And we have an Explorer class ship. Okay, let's see. The ship is damaged. Okay, it's still too far. We're going to need some pure ferrit and dihydrogen jelly that we seem to have. And we're going to need a hermetic seal and metal plating. Okay. Okay, so we've reached our ship. Okay, the milestone is complete. That's the time to go into the expedition tab here. And notice it says new reward. And we can click this to collect the reward. Okay, we got it. 3 Starship launch fuel. And let's see, what can we do to fix the ship? So we need some pure ferrit. Okay. We got a prepackaged personal refiner unit. There it is. And I can click to install it. Personal refiner is great because you can then refine everything and it's with you. I'll recharge it. So the 21 condensed carbon that I used is just 79% charge, but that's fine. Now, what did we say we need? We need pure ferrit, and all we have is 1 unit of ferrit dust. So we can look for rocks to mine, and some of them actually produce pure ferrit. But the thing is, this one requires an advanced mining laser, which we don't have installed on our multi-tool yet. This one as well. This one is ferrit dust. Most of the items producing pure ferrit will require the advanced multi-tool or the advanced mining laser. This one has a secondary element, which is great. Okay, this one also, you can see, it needs the advanced mining laser. Let's not waste our time on this one. This one gives ferrit dust and dihydrogen. So by now I have at least some. Okay, I have at least some of my ferrit dust. I can take it. I noticed this. There's kind of shading that didn't exist in the previous version. This is something new. So basically I'm going to go here, go to the input, select the ferrit dust, put it here, and go. That'll give us in 5 seconds 48 pure ferrit. Okay, and I exited, but I didn't take it, so I'm going to take it. Alright. Now the ship will require 50, so I need 2 more. Okay. Let's find another rock. This one. Right next to the bigger one. And this also gives us some extra oxygen. Yeah, you can also take the ferrit dust and place it directly here, and it immediately starts working. Alright. Back to the ship. And we also have a few damaged containers here. Damaged containers usually have rusted metal that you can take. You can either discard it or you can quick transfer it to your suit. And you can use that in the refiner. Hey, we got an ion battery as well. That's cool. Okay. And rusted metal can be refined into ferrit dust. Okay. So if I go here, if I select the rusted metal and put it in the refiner, it'll produce 282 ferrit dust. But it takes some time. I don't know that I need it. I'm just not going to start it right now because I just want to fix the ship. Okay. You don't have to go inside, but it's possible. So we repaired this. Now we need to repair the pulse engine. Metal plating can be made, but it requires some more ferrit dust. Right? So what I'm going to do is go back into inventory. And I need 50 ferret dust, so I'm going to take this, take half, put it here. Another half. 72 is fine. Let's let it run. Or did we need 2? I don't remember. So we have the question here of what, from Lily the Purple, what kind of starter ship do you get? That really depends on the specific expedition. But usually it's not a very good ship anyway. Right, so now I can craft a metal plating, and we need a hermetic seal. Can we build a hermetic seal? Yeah, but that requires condensed carbon. And for that, we need to take some carbon and get it refined. Let's do that. Take this back to our suit and craft a hermetic seal. And now we can go and repair the ship.
Component repaired.
Right. Now, let's look at the expedition milestones. This one says leave the planet. When you leave the planet, you get base computer plans and hyperdrive plans. So that's pretty good. That is what we need, right? But let's see, what else do we need? The next milestone is warp to a new system, and then reach to the first rendezvous milestone. And we have acquire a debris rangefinder. That's a new item. Okay, assemble a Corvette class starship, and then search the wreckage of a lost Corvette. Let's see if there's anything else we can accomplish right here. Okay, reach the second rendezvous is not here. This we don't know what it is. This one is destroy asteroids. So once we get up in space, before we just fly to a different star system, we want to start shooting some asteroids, 20 of them. Reach ocean depths of 1001 U. Collect sea glass. Sea glass is another new item, I suppose. Record an underwater creature over 10 kilograms. That means that we need to just use the scanner. What else do we have? Another secret mission? Kill biological horrors. Kill biological horrors. Okay, so biological horrors are a little hard to kill sometimes, but we can do that over here somehow. I'll show you in a minute. Adopt an anomalous floating companion, completely explore a derelict freighter, purge 5 hungering tendrils, crush a vile grub. I'm looking for something that's easy to do. Collect storm crystals, harvest 8 crystal sulfide, spacewalk into a black hole, visit all the moons of a gas giant. Radiance, extract radiant shards, that's from a dissonance system, and we have final rendezvous, discover creatures on the final world. And gather polished stone. So we need to find a planet that has polished stone to gather. Reassemble a complete skeleton. We're going to need to find some bones, of course. Hooked. Catch 5 fish and something else. All right. So here we have these. These are whispering eggs. Now the thing with these things is that they produce horrible creatures, and I'm gonna risk it. Okay, I have a mining beam. Once we shoot the whispering egg, the larval core will come out. I'm gonna scoop it up, and then I'm gonna fly up over here to protect myself against those creatures, because they're gonna start firing at me. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna switch to my bolt caster and start shooting at them. One, two. Wait. This guy's waiting for me. 3, 4, We need to kill 16 of those for that milestone. Now I don't remember how many I got, but eventually the swarm will subside. There, swarm subsiding. Okay, so we can go into the expedition one and see how many we got. That wasn't here, it was number 2, right? Was it? Or was it 3? We'll find it. Okay, so we killed 8. Alright, and we got a larval core. Now the nice thing about a larval core is that it gives you nanites. Okay, you put it here, and you get 50 nanites pretty quickly. And nanites don't take space. Right. So I'm going to come down here, take this one, and fly back up. Now let's start shooting them. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Where is it? Why are they running so far away here? Come on, come on. 15 and one more. There. Killed 16 biological horrors. And the swarm is subsiding. See, new reward. What is the reward? Supreme life support upgrade, 3, and 5 inventory slots. These are great. Okay, 5 inventory slots. Important to know that once you're here, you can actually select which slot you want to choose. And you can also select one of the technology slots. Okay, you can't select one of these for now, but you can do this. Okay, and we have 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, great. And notice that we did get these extreme life support ones, so I can put one here, and one here. Now my life support is going to be much better. I can recharge it with oxygen.
Recharged.
Right, protection. Now can we install this? No, we don't have antimatter and we don't have sodium nitrate. Okay, fine. All right, let's look at the milestones and decide what's coming up next. So leave the planet. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. The moment I fly out of here, I'm gonna get that milestone. All right. We left the planet and we have another reward. It's usually a good idea to go ahead and collect your reward immediately. Okay? Because these things can be very, very useful. All right. All right. Now, here's the thing. We get a base computer that requires chromatic metal. And I think the best place to get chromatic metal, which we're going to need, is down on that planet that we just left. It might be. We're going to have to turn around, swing around and look at it and see what is there. If there is copper there, then we can refine that into chromatic metal. Microprocessors, on the other hand, are only available on the space station. Okay. So let's turn around. Where's that planet that we left? There it is. This one has quartzite, phosphorus, and sodium. Uh-huh. Okay. Looking at that. This one, oh, no, this is the planet we left. Quartzite, dioxide, sodium. This one is behind it. And let's fly a little bit further. Okay, so I think this one is a giant planet. Hang on, let's go to the discoveries and look at it. Oh yeah, it's a system. This is a naturally. All right, but I think all of these are discovered. So This one, Conal Delta, is going to have, it has dissonance. That means we can get the radiant shards over there. This one is not useful for us. Quartzite, rusted metal, and oh man, there's no, I see, there's no copper anywhere here. There's no copper anywhere here. Hang on a second. You see, I have a lot of new comments, so excuse me for a second. I'm going to read some comments and see. So, Patrick Strotsky, I hate expeditions. I think they're tedious. I get their point. Doesn't reduce their tediousness. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Nobody says you have to do them, you know. The Voyager's expedition, as soon as I learned how to build a dang Corvette, and you probably stopped. Okay. Playing video games is all about being tedious. Could be. Yeah, I'm not going to read all these because these are not as important for the stream. That's fine. But please don't argue on stream. It's really pointless. All right. Okay. So we're going to want to install a hyperdrive, and that also requires chromatic metal. So let's see. There's an abandoned space station over there. And how am I going to get... I think there should be a trade terminal on that station. I wonder. So basically we need a way to somehow obtain chromatic metal. But I'm not sure exactly how. Could be that there is a trade terminal on the station, and it's possible that we might be able to get there. Right, it's an abandoned station, we know that. See how it says welcome home? Tarumetry Station. Interesting. Okay, let's see. What's in here? Okay, we have a teleporter here. Okay, we have some... Ooh, pulse engine module. There's a multi-tool upgrade station. There isn't much else. This one probably is a locked door. Yeah, it requires an Atlas Pass V3. And there's no trade terminal here. That is unfortunate. Let's jump over to the other side and see what's there. Yeah, a trade terminal is there. And we have some encrypted navigation data. Alright, trade terminal. I don't know if that I have anything to sell. It's worth anything much. Oh, okay, I can sell this that I got somewhere.
Units received.
Rancid flesh. Okay, let's sell it. We can always get some more. Mordite I can sell. I have another level core. Hey, I got a warp hypercore. That's nice. I have banned weapons? Where do I have banned weapons from? I didn't notice that I got them. Okay. Now I have about 129,000 units. What can I buy? So we know that we need 5 microprocessors, and I don't have enough for that. But we do have chromatic metal. Okay. How much do we need? So for the warp drive, we need 125 chromatic metal. I think I'm going to need to sell a lot more stuff. So if I buy 240, the entire batch.
Product received.
Okay. Okay, well, hang on. Let's see, what else can we sell? Yeah, I can sell the larval core,
Received.
the banned weapons. I didn't see any milestone related to this thing, so maybe it's one of these encrypted ones that they're not telling us what they are, but okay.
Units received.
Let's sell that. Now we have enough to buy what was it that we needed? Right? We needed 5 microprocessors. Sorry, 5.
Product received.
Right. And now we can install the hyperdrive.
Installed.
Right. And we can actually charge it with the hypercore that we got.
Technology recharged.
All right. Okay. Now remember the milestones? We go here to expedition. Next milestone is warp to a new system. Okay. But then we do have those asteroids we wanted to destroy while we're out there. It's worthwhile doing while we're here. And let's just look at the arrangement of things here. So I don't see that there is anything we can do to prove things. However, we did get a pulse engine upgrade. So let's put this here and move the pulse engine here for the adjacency bonuses, for sure. We have Starship launch fuel. Now, I don't want to use the launch fuel to recharge this because that wastes 38%, of course, right? Hey, Redacted, thank you so much. Let me read some comments for a second. Tyler says, hey Tyler, didn't notice you here before. Thanks for watching. Everybody, just so you know, Tyler is an old friend. No, he's not that old. Okay? A good friend for a long time now of myself and of the channel. Based on first impressions, are there any particular supplies, tech, you'd recommend we bring into the expedition besides the usual? Well, right now, we need to see, once we warp to the next system, if we can summon the space anomaly. Usually that's what happens at expeditions. You only get to summon the anomaly after you warp to the first, probably when you reach the first rendezvous point. Not even the first warp, but the time when you actually arrive at the first rendezvous star system. And you need to look at, we will look at the provisions, what we have and what we need to do all the milestones that we still have to do once we get there, because everything else is pointless. We have to get there first in order to actually use the expedition terminal and get those supplies, right? So we will only know to answer this question, which is a great question. We will only know to answer it later. Oh, hey, asteroid field. Great. Let's just go in and start shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Hey, space cookies. Yeah, stopping to count until we see there, star spawn. And let's see, this thing also gets us quite a lot of materials, right? We got a gold nugget. So that'll give us some gold we can sell. We have a tritium hypercluster. That might be useful at some point. But now let's go into the galaxy map and the size. So we're going to have like 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go there because we have no choice, and we're going to try and get nanites to buy some. We want to buy some hyperdrive upgrades so that we can reach the first rendezvous pretty quick. Right? I'm going to open the. Oh, went to light speed. Okay, hang on. We need to do that, but just before we look at the rewards we have, I open. Oh, look, we can actually summon the space anomaly. Okay, at this point, it's a. Here's the thing. Okay, one of the things that you can do here, okay, is you can go to the space anomaly, and my recommendation is do the expedition with multiplayer off. I mean, start it at least with multiplayer off. Turn it on only if you really need to, right? And let's just look at the options for a second. So my network should be disabled because that's it. But always remember to disable this. Allow PvP with anyone. This has no business being anyone ever. All right? Okay. So one thing you can do, okay, if you have a lot of hours on the game, then oh look, he's not there. What? That is a first. I've never seen that. That is weird. That is really weird. I've never ever seen this like that. Huh. Very, very weird. Okay. But the thing is, I can actually collect expedition rewards of my previous expeditions, right? So I can easily now search for, and first of all, I can get the Basilisk Crown, which is a pretty nice multi-tool if I wanted to. The Pillar of Tight if I wanted. I could get a ship, the Boundary Herald, but I don't really like that. Anyways, we're going to need some fishing, so I can take the fishing rod. Let's do that. And so I can get the Iron Vulture. And the reason to take the Iron Vulture is that it's a hauler. It has a lot of slots, a lot of empty slots. Hey, Castor Pen! Nice having you on the stream. So I'm gonna take the Iron Vulture. Right? I'm just gonna. Oh, I need nanites. I need 1,400 nanites for it. I don't have them yet. Okay, so but I can get here. But this is really weird. Having nobody here. Hang on a second. What about others? Yeah, look, Ariadne's not here either. Oh my. That is weird. Are you going to tell me that the space anomaly is completely empty? That's like in a drift or something. No? Yeah, it is like a drift. But Nada is like this. Unknown entity. And Polo's not here. Huh. That's pretty weird. Unknown entity, what is that? Yeah, it just says nothing. The robotic entity is frozen, an empty shell. They possess all the trappings of existence but emit nothing but static. Like the station itself, seems at once deeply alien and yet deeply familiar. An old friend, a home? Or just another void? Ooh, that is interesting. That is very, very interesting. Oh, come on. Now we have to explore here and figure out what the heck is going on. Right, there's nobody here. Yeah. And there's nobody to talk to. But this, yeah, probably. Exosuit upgrade. We can upgrade the suit. And here you can actually start adding those ones. But it costs 50,000 units. I don't have that right now. Right. What about... yeah, what about... Yeah, this guy's not here either. Don't remember his name. And... yeah. Okay. I guess it's time to leave. I need to figure out ways to get more nanites. We do want to go to the space station on this in this system. Or maybe we need to go to a planet first and figure out a way to make more nanites. So as long as I don't have the advanced mining laser, I won't be able to mine radiant shards. So these are not an option right now. Wait a second. Wait a second. You might get some nanites. I need to recall. Yeah, no, that doesn't do that. All right, let's go. Hang on, some comments. Redacted. That's nice of you. And yeah, I also think Castor Pen is a legend. I don't think of myself as a legend, seriously. But thank you. 611 will probably be out tomorrow. That's likely. Tyler says, I'm guessing they left Nada there, but inactive, so they could reassure people that the missing NPCs weren't just a bug. That's smart thinking. But I think in the redacted, in the Adrift expedition, we also had the same thing. Oh man, are all of these stations like that? Wait a second. So I don't think I need to go to places like that. No. Where do we get nanites then from? Hang on. Let's get the rewards that we have first. Left the planet. Prepackaged Atlantid drive unit. Right? And we'll install it immediately. And we'll install it next to the hyperdrive because it gives some extra range. I mean, look at it, okay? I mean, if I package it, our range is 125. If I install it somewhere else, okay, the range is still 125. But if I move it over here, I get 131. It's not much, but it's something. Okay, and we do have another reward, right? To get. And it's here. Star Spawn. Nautilon platform plans, Nautilon advanced equipment blueprints, and Supreme Submarine drive upgrade. All right, let's get that. We do have a milestone of deploying a submarine. So we have St. George, Rayu from the Discord. Does anyone know if the Xbox update has dropped yet? I don't know. I think not. Okay. So let's go to phase 1 and see. So we need to reach that first rendezvous, but that's going to be... Let's see, can we reach it? Okay, so it's another 2 hops, and I think we have enough fuel for that, so let's warp. I think this is why they gave us an Explorer class ship, because its hyperdrive is pretty good. And we already understand, hey, discovered by Zaphod. That's nice. So Tyler, to your question, what we need to bring is probably stuff that gives you the ability to get nanites. For example, larval cores or various modules, right? Let me guess, that station is going to be also abandoned. Yeah. There's no need to go there. Let's go to the first rendezvous and be done with it. So St. George says, I'm trying to stay away from Discord until it's dropped. It hurts too much seeing people enjoy the new stuff when I can't. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I fully understand you. So the station here is also like that, but at least we can go directly to Rendezvous 1. Oh, we don't have that much fuel for the pulse engine, but then we have a lot of tritium. That's fine. Let's go. This is a poisonous planet with dissonance detected. Well, we can gather Atlantidium on the surface and get some nanites from that. But at least we'll get to the first rendezvous and see what happens. Now, usually what happens is that, I'll tag it, and this is the approximate location, and we don't know what that is actually, but that's fine. So it's a giant planet as always, so it may be useful to fly out to space a short burst and then come back down. Okay, let's see. This is the approximate location, and the time it takes is just growing. Come on, come on. So, one way to figure out where it is that you need to reach is basically to land and use your scanner to see. But it's almost sure that it's this thing. Almost sure. And anyway, it's close enough. If it's not this, we'll use the scanner and we'll figure it out. Let's go. Patrick Strutsky says, I call that method of traveling cannonballing. Yeah, I hear you. Okay. And rendezvous 1 is here, right? If I go to my scanner and click type 3 to go here, target sweep, it's already in range. Now this is extreme, and I actually don't have any sodium to recharge, so I need to go into something quick. Right.
Stabilizing.
Okay, so I reached the first rendezvous. Yeah, I can already get whatever that is. Right. One thing to always look at in places like this is for hazardous fauna, hazardous flora, like plants that are near the ceiling and want to bite you or something. Right. Let's just first harvest everything we can. Nothing on the walls. Yeah, this one, the lantern, you can turn it off if you wanted, but it's pretty pointless. But we have this. Check stock transfer. Hey, yeah.
Received.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see. We have some units. And let's harvest everything else we can before we touch the terminal. Read encyclopedia. We got the Gek word for Gek. Alright, I think we got almost everything except for this. Research specimen, and we get nothing? Okay. Deserted terminal. So there's residual goop. Residual goop can be destroyed, but it's much more useful to put it back in our exosuit. And I'll show you this in a few seconds because you can actually refine it. It takes a lot of steps, but eventually you can refine it into nanites. User identified, terminal now active, unlocking data log for analysis. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged edged, like something that once lived but was then torn asunder. I should have stayed away. Had I the sense to taste the air of this planet, I imagine it would have reeked with some kind of alien fetor. But nothing could stall my curiosity. Was it dead? Where I touched it, the surface was moist and yielding. It seemed to become motile then, crawling on a mat of slow cilia, moving from me. I should have left it alone. Analyze the log. I discovered something coded deep inside the long dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my own journey. So we got nanites and that's it. What did we get? Hang on.
Weather update.
Just
Storm
nanites.
clearing.
Alright, so I can put the residual goop here. That'll become viscous fluids. That's the first stage. Let's get started. Okay.
Extreme toxicity detected.
Hey, we can create antimatter. That was useful. We wanted antimatter for the extra shield, right? But we need sodium nitrate. Let's go find some sodium outside there. Another thing we can do is harvest these eggs.
Toxic protection falling.
Oh man, sodium over there. This planet is pretty extreme. So we're gonna need to rush to the plant. And there's only one here. Okay, I need those nanites. I have 191. And I can't stand on that. Yeah, that's not a good place to do this. Okay, so this is the. Let's see. Didn't we get another? No. Okay. Let's see what the next milestone we want to do. Ah, we do have a reward here. So another 5 units of inventory. I don't need to use them. If you don't actually use these, what happens is you get something else. Ah, the debris rangefinder. We need a solar mirror, quantum computer, and metal plating. And we got a lot of plans for all kinds of things. Okay. So a solar mirror I can actually craft. A quantum computer requires a microprocessor. So we need to go to the space station. We're actually missing the quantum computer and metal plating. Let's make the metal plating first. Here we we don't have enough ferrite dust. Okay, so let's refine that. And let's go back to the space station. Despite it being an abandoned station, it can still be useful because it does have that trade terminal. We have 256,000 units. That's enough to buy 5 more. I don't think we need 5. Do we need 5? I don't think we need 5. Okay, hang on. So here we go. So this debris rangefinder is a device that'll let us find a Corvette that's crashed or that's derelict in space. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And what do you know? We have the plans for an Autolon, and this thing has an ocean here, so it could be a useful place to sit down and try to get that milestone. Right? Right, let's go. The Noyabi Facti Station. Okay. First things first. What do we got here? A mining bee module. Do you have anything else that's useful? Yeah, this one doesn't give you anything, but it's 30,000 units No, I don't want that. Okay, let's go the other side. Oops. Sorry about that. I bumped the mic. Really, really sorry about that. Hey, Teru, you returned. You just returned. You just returned in time to hear me bump the mic. Really sorry about that. That must have been painful. So let's get one microprocessor. We can
Product received.
get a metal plating anyway. So what do we need now? Yeah, now we can create a quantum computer and then a debris rangefinder. Okay, that's worth a reward. Let's collect the reward then. Where is that? Okay, Corvette Basic Modules Pack. Design and assemble a Corvette Starship. Okay, what we probably will need to sell some stuff in order to buy some of these things, some of these build parts. Unstable gel, 52,000. I don't know if I should sell it or not. Oh wait, we actually got the actual parts. Okay, I think it's time to go and build a Corvette. Or is there something here to harvest? Nothing. Okay. And there are no teleporters here, so we have to actually walk all the way there. Eesh. I don't like that so much. Right. Right, let's build a Corvette. Okay. Create a new Corvette. Okay, all we have is we have 2 landing gears. Okay. Let's use them. We have a Thunderbird class hab. A Thunderbird class cockpit. It's not like we have many choices here, right? A Medusa class reactor. Titan sublight thruster. We have 2 of them. So it's very clear that they have a specific ship in mind, and I think like all the ships are going to look the same, pretty much the same, almost the same. Is there anything else that we have, parts that we have? I don't think so. Yeah, these are to construct, but we can't construct them. Okay, let's finalize the ship, compare, and add to collection. And yeah, that's a reward. That's another milestone done. And this will give us a refiner unit, powerful frost protection upgrade ×2. Let's install them because we should. And as you can see, it does stack up with adjacency bonuses with the hazard protection. And yeah, we still don't have enough sodium nitrate. We only have 17 sodium. That's really not enough for anything. So anyways, use the debris rangefinder to search wrecks in space. Okay. All right. Now, okay, let's see. One of the things that we should do, okay, the mining B module is worth moving like this, and then we get adjacency bonuses on that. Yeah, I don't need to recharge it right now, but the thing is, there's a lot of room right here. a lot of space. I can move stuff that I don't need to have elsewhere. I can stay there. Yeah, those things, I think they should stay where they are. Alright, next stay. And scan for debris. Activate the pulse drive to extend search signal. Let's go. Let's find one. Alright. Lost Corvette located. While piloting Corvette, leave the pilot seat from the quick menu, operate the access way, and leave the ship to step into space. I'm going to get a little bit closer, just a little bit, just like that. And leave my seat, operate the hatch, and just so that somebody who doesn't know, hasn't seen it yet, these things are actually inscriptions, you know. It says caution, second line says no atmosphere, and the third line says decompression hazard. Yep. Hey, where is Zenovia now? I mean, okay, activate the scanner, and oh, look at that. I guess we need to shoot it in order to get it. Right. Hey, we got Firefox. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff. It looks like a Medusa reactor, so you'd have thought, right? This one also looks like a Medusa reactor. But what we got is different. There was another thing here, right? Log of the ship. Interesting. That'll be some lore, right? Recovered crew log. Log of the fireship Arcadia. Date stamp 22516.01. Log corrupt. Recovering damaged sectors. Captain found a... on the last walkout. Says it'll bring us luck. We'll need it. Cruise has been a waste so far. All the asteroids, just dust and ice. Nonsense, but better than nothing. Interesting. Wait a second. So this isn't that valuable. I wonder what you're supposed to do with this. Kind of interesting. I don't know. Okay. And we have couple of rewards, right? So this one, advanced mining laser plans, finally, and prepackaged aquajets unit. That'll enable us to land on a water planet. And phase 1 is complete. We can collect this reward, which is poster plans, event horizon poster plans, etc. Okay, we collected those. Now we can either go back and fly towards our ship. But another thing you can do once you're spacewalking, it doesn't matter which direction you're looking at, you can just open your menu, your quick menu, and call recovery ship. And immediately you're in the pilot seat and everything's fine. Okay? You don't have to actually fly directly in. Okay, phase 1 is complete. Let's go to phase 2. Reach the second rendezvous. Install the advanced mining laser. I want to install the mining laser, but we will need carbon nanotubes, hermetic seal, and 2 wiring looms. Wiring looms are only obtainable on trade terminals, usually on space stations. So let's go to the space station. And now that we have a Corvette, we could actually do this again. Go to autopilot and request to go to the station. And once it starts, I'm out and I can do some other stuff. And what other stuff? For example, I can try to create... Oh, we don't have enough carbon. Now here's another nice trick for you. Oxygen refines into carbon. So I'm going to take these things. Oh, wait, it's only 16. Let's recharge this with condensed carbon.
Technology
Right?
recharged.
Let's do these 16 ones. And I told you, this thing refines in multiple steps. It takes a lot of time. Teru asks, what did they find? Could that have been a cursed object? Yeah, it could have been. Definitely. So one of the nice things you can do is take oxygen, I'll take just half of it, and refine it. And oxygen refines 1-to-1 into carbon. There we have it. Okay. All right. And we're close to the space station, so let's just fly in. And it's no wonder that we're smack straight in front of it, because we basically left straight out, and then what? We left straight out and just flew directly straight ahead. So turning back, it's obvious that we're... Okay. What we can do, however, is install those other things, right? We do have a refiner unit to install. That will be useful. Let's install it over there. And we have a mission radar to install. Start over here. Living wall, Medipod, all of these things we don't have. Okay. We can install, however, an internal stairway. And that is something I like to do, because that enables us to go directly to the roof and exit the ship like this. Alright. And unfortunately, in these abandoned stations, we can't do anything but run for a long time. I'm looking at my stamina, and when it almost reaches the bottom, I'll stop the run, I'll stop the sprint, because if you let it deplete, it becomes red, and then it takes a lot more time to recharge. And who wants that? Okay, let's see. Trade terminal is... There was something there. Oh, sit. I don't need to sit. So this is Teru asks, this is an abandoned theme like Adrift? It looks like it very much, yes. Very much. We needed 2 wiring looms, right?
Product received.
However, we're going to need to sell something. Firebox thrust. Well, we can sell some of these that we got. So we have 2 of these. Each one of these is 1 million. So I guess we know what we're selling. We have just 1 twin echo jets. Let's sell them, and we've got units enough to do whatever we want. But what is it that we want? Okay, let's see. Hang on. Let's see what materials we can buy that is worth buying. So we have ferrite dust here, cobalt, carbon nanotubes, pyrite, paraffinium, copper, tritium, and salt. Oh, tritium is very useful to recharge our pulse drive. And pyrite is very useful to recharge our launch thrusters. Okay, hang on. We do want, for the multi-tool, we need a hermetic seal, carbon nanotubes. So, and a hermetic seal requires us some condensed carbon. So carbon nanotubes we can buy here.
Product received.
Right? Salt. Interesting. I don't know. Not that useful, but I think what we need to do is go down to a planet. And since this is another system with oh, this just has these 2. Mhm. Okay, we want to go to this planet. Let's mark it. Right? Let's go. Let's go and let's figure out what it is that we can do. Let's look at the milestones again for a second. Phase 2. So we need to reach that place, relocate the time lost wreck of the fire ship Arcadia. Relocate? What do you mean relocate? Huh. Interesting. Deploy a submarine. To deploy a submarine would mean, let's see, we're going to need to look at our catalog and guide, and we're going to look at technology. And one of the technologies that we will see, exocraft. So building, wait, where is the Nautilon Bay? There's something, I'm missing something here. Maybe it's, oh, so probably in building parts. Buildable technology? Yeah, there. Nautilon platform, magnetized ferrite and dehydrogen jelly. Plenty of oxygen. Well, let's go to the ship, go down to a planet, and we need to see. We need to see what's up with that. Hey, I didn't notice the stamina and it went all the way down. Yeah, exactly. Right. And here's the thing with the refiner unit. Oh, not the mission radar. Refiner unit here doesn't take anything to charge. So we can take the living slime. It'll recharge. It'll refine into runaway mold. And it's working. Let's fly to that planet that we marked. Is this the mark? No, this is not the marked planet. The marked planet is the other one over there. And of course, whilst we're here, because the planet is known, I can actually use this. Okay? And we can use the time to see what this thing is doing. It's still working. Right. Okay. Let's go down the planet and see what gives. Somehow, my luck is that every time I go to a planet, there's a storm. Doesn't matter what you do, it's always a storm. So these are radiant shards, which I don't think I can actually harvest in any meaningful way. Over there. Right? Let's just
Units received.
ferret dust and oxygen. We do need oxygen, but let's see.
Units received.
Oh, good. That's carbon and oxygen.
Protection falling.
Ferret dust and oxygen. We're gonna have to rush back to the ship. So I'm not gonna go very far. I'm just going to try and mine all of these. Now notice it says extreme storm over there, and when it hits
Protection
around that, I'm gonna go and go back to the ship.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Can I stand here
Weather
and
update.
shoot these
Storm
things?
clearing.
Yeah, it doesn't let me shoot these things from here. Right. And the reason I'm mining these is because these guys
Toxic
will
protection.
refine into nanites.
Extreme toxicity detected.
So even though it's no longer a storm, there's still extreme toxicity. Right?
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Let's recharge our hazard protection like this, and let's search. There's some oxygen there, but I don't see any. So this is radiant
Toxic
shards.
protection falling.
Radiant shards I can't get. Hey. Sodium rich plants. Good. And hey, hazardous flora. These are the type that existed in the game from day one, and these are the types that are not possible to mine or to use a hazmat gauntlet or anything to obtain anything from. Dehydrogen crystals, always good. More oxygen.
Toxic protection falling.
Now I can actually recharge. Oh wait, I have 2 ion batteries. I can wait until my charge is really low and recharge it with an ion battery. I don't want to recharge before then because it's wasteful.
Toxic protection falling.
So once it gets to about 10% or so, I'll recharge with an ion battery. And hey, there's another sodium-rich plant here.
Toxic protection falling.
Right
Technology recharged.
there, right in the nick of time.
Toxic protection falling.
Right. Let's mine these as much as we can, and then head to the ship. And we'll use the refinery unit in the ship in order to refine these back into nanites.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Okay, refinery unit. Now these will become nanites too, but just a second. Okay, so we have Atlantidium. That will refine into 196 pugnium pretty fast. And pugnium refines into nanites. And it does that pretty quickly. Right? 7 nanites. Come on. That's a joke. But we can take the runaway mold here. That'll give us another 25 nanites. It's not that we have much else to do. Okay. So we want to install this. We still need a hermetic seal. And to create the hermetic seal, we need condensed carbon. And how much carbon do we have? We don't have much carbon at all. Huh? We do have 100 oxygen. That'll give us 50 condensed carbon. I think that's enough for 1 hermetic seal. No? Alright, that's carbon. But we need condensed carbon. That's 25. And we need 30. We have 27. So let's do this. And now we can make one hermetic seal. And we can craft this.
Technology installed.
Right. Now we can go out, use the scanner to find out. Oh, we know where there are. Oh, hey.
Units received. Toxic protection falling.
Now I can actually mine this radiant shard. After we finish mining them, we'll figure out how many we were supposed to mine for that reward. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wait, what did I miss? The abandonedness is the same. And some guy, have you found any non-abandoned systems yet? Nope, we have not. Pretty sure they will be abandoned. Bug? What are you referring to, Teru? Okay, let's see the milestone. Sorry. There's a milestone for radiant shards. So the 16 radiant shards.
Toxic protection falling.
Where are there more radiant shards? That is 449U. This one is closer, 334. No, this one is more distant. This one is another 334. It's the same distance.
Falling.
All right. Where's the one that I marked? I think I need to recharge.
Toxic protection knowledge falling. Recharged.
Now I should probably want to.
Toxic protection falling.
I should probably want to find some more sodium on my way. Right? Because I don't have any. I don't have any more ion batteries, so I'm going to need to recharge with sodium. You know, this planet is no fun. Radiant shard, just one? Oh, come on.
Toxic
Let's get this
protection
one.
falling.
Living fragments, let's just add Dantidium. Where's my ship? It's over there somewhere.
Toxic protection falling.
Yeah, keep watching that toxic protection. And recharge it.
Toxic protection recharged.
I should probably get back to the ship quickly.
Toxic protection falling.
I really don't like this planet, I gotta tell you. It is not fun. And I'm not finding lots of interesting stuff to do while I'm here, so it's pretty annoying.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Alright, so the next trick to do with corvettes is to not actually land on the planet, ever. You know? All you need to do is, fly away to somewhere. if you see some interesting stuff, like here are probably radiant shards. All you need to do is get up from your seat, and the ship will let you just beam down to the planet, and there's no need to actually land.
Toxic protection falling.
More radiant shards. Let's get this radiant shard. Oh, I see a sentinel. Does he see me? Now he saw me. Corrupt swarm on alert.
Toxic protection falling.
Okay. We're back here. And I think they've just left. Fine, let's go. Let's just travel some distance. And let's get out of the seat and use the scanner to find radiant shards. 478, 183, 400, 175. That's nice. Okay. Yeah, let's start with that one over there. Where is that?
Toxic protection.
Oh, wait.
falling.
It's way on top of that thing. But there are many of them. I don't know. It may be worth it. Okay.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Where's the other one? There's another one. That's, it was 177. This one. So, yeah. Let's just go out on top here. No, we wanted one that was this one, right? Yeah, it looks like there are some others over there. Right, let's go down to the planet. Where is the marker?
Toxic protection falling.
So let's go and pick up that sodium first. There's plenty of it here.
Protection falling.
That's condensed carbon, always useful.
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge. Toxic protection falling.
Let's get those radiant shards while we can. Living fragments, I'm not gonna waste my time on them.
Toxic protection falling.
Another radiant shard. Come on, come on.
Toxic protection falling. Technology recharge.
Yeah, recharge
Toxic
the hazard protection
falling.
and
Toxic
oh
protection
man.
stabilizing.
I fell into. Okay. Well, while we're here, we'll scan something.
Units received.
And where's the
Weather
ship?
update. Storm clearing.
Okay, hang on. So the ship is over there. So if you can find yourself stuck like this in a cave in this kind of way, all you need to do is take your terrain manipulator, bore a hole in the up direction. Right? And fly up.
Extreme light toxicity detected.
Right. So now that we're on the ship, if I remember correctly, where was that? There's another radiant shard there that I missed. I suppose there is. Now the thing is, if I shoot it, it doesn't do anything. Okay. It's pretty pointless. Okay, so I missed one. And for the milestone, how much? Okay, so we need 4 more. Yeah, let's just find another location. That'll be probably 2, but then there are lots of sentinels here. Corrupted sentinels, but I'm not that strong in this instance to fight them. So right now, I'm just gonna try and find another location with a few radiant shards. At least one of these is, well, I think there are 2 or 3 radiant shards here. Let's go get them. Oh wait, while we're here, yeah, we can get that. Okay. Where are these?
Toxic protection falling.
Go back to the mining beam. And we need to recharge it.
Recharged.
Let's get the radiant shards. There's actually a sodium plank right here. Pretty useful. Another radiant shard. Was that 2 already, and these will be the other 2? Let's hope. Okay, so a sentinel, I'm just walking on the other side so it doesn't see me. There, we got all of them. The problem with these guys is that they become hostile, and sometimes when they become hostile, that's it. I mean, they'll start fighting. No, this time I got it. Okay. Well. Ah, there.
Toxic protection stabilizing.
Right. Let's get the reward. Starship launch fuel, Supreme Pulse Engine upgrade. Right. Where's that Supreme? Ah, these are the aquajets, right? So we can install that on the ship. That'll be great. And a pulse engine upgrade. Let's move the hyperdrive here. And now we have that. Cool. Very good. Yeah, I think that's fine. All right, we've actually done quite a bit of the expedition. Okay, we finished phase 1 completely, and phase 2. I think it's time to get to the second rendezvous. And what we're going to do is basically we're going to go to that rendezvous point, find it, collect the rewards, and we'll finish the stream here. Really like having you with me, but it's getting late for me, and I should go.
Extreme toxicity detected.
All right. Let's see. We'll go there. I'm trying to think if there's a way that we can somehow increase our hyperdrive range. I don't know that I can. Interesting. If anybody has an idea in an environment that has no space stations with well, it'll still cost a lot of nanites no matter what we do, right? So we have 16 radiant shards. How much do radiant shards refine into. Yeah, I'm not going to do it right now. I just want to see. So 6 of these is 300. Hang on. Leave the pilot seat. Go to the refiner. And place the radiant shards in there. That's 40 seconds. Okay. And let's go. Let's do the next step. And this is a purple system already. I think one of the milestones is actually to visit all 4 planets or 4 moons of a gas giant. So let's see. What's here? No, that's not. Well, there's ancient bones that we need to worry about. There's a marine planet. Good. Webbed and a temperate moon. Also with ancient. All of these have ancient bones. That's pretty cool. And we can get out of our seat, go back, and take these nanites, put the other radiant shards. That'll give us another 500 in about a minute. We're getting there. So, question by Dirge Hermes. So the Breach Expedition is live? Yes, it is. On all platforms? Well, as far as I know, Xbox didn't get the update yet, so no, not for Xbox. Didn't hear anything about Switch 2 or Switch 1, nor PlayStation 4, but I do know that GOG received the update. Okay, so this rendezvous is going to require the rendezvous is deep. Right. Okay. Let's see what happens. We beam down to the planet. I reached the second rendezvous. Okay, let's collect the reward. Powerful upright. Okay. Let's beam back up for a second. And let's see. What did we get? It said we got these upgrades, but where are they? Or is it just them? I see. It's only the blueprints. And we need living pearl and other stuff for that. Yeah, we can't install any of these yet. We do have these underwater protection. Right. That'll work well with oxygen. And that'll let us go down pretty deep. Let's review what we have already. So the next step is this thing. Relocate the time lost wreck of the fireship Arcadia. Deploy a submarine, which we will need to gather some materials for. Collect sea glass and go down to 1000 U. And record an underwater creature over 10 kilograms. Now this might actually be easy to do, but I've pretty much run out of time, and I'll have to say goodbye to you all. I don't think my emotes are ready, so that's it. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching. And as I always say, GoodGuysFree here, and I'll see you again soon.